Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be kind of a different one for me. I am going to be trying out sugar waxing. So sugar waxing is basically the act of waxing with sugar, with candy. So recently I've been watching a lot of videos on this, specifically A Between E. I think that's how you say her channel name, but she's amazing. She's done tons of videos on sugar waxing. So I've actually never done sugar waxing with a hard ball where you just mold it onto your skin and then flick it off. I actually tried one of her sugar waxing recipes, the strip wax, last week whenever I waxed down there. But today I'm gonna be waxing my legs, probably my arms. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of afraid of the pain, but yeah. I hope that you guys like this video. It's kind of just a fun one. I figured why not do it? It's something interesting that I think maybe other people might be interested in, and you know, we're kind of expecting a hurricane in the next couple days in Florida, so I figured I might as well film now. I have this saucepan or this pot. It's a ceramic white bottom, and I did this specifically because the color of your wax is pretty important. You want to make sure that you get it to a nice golden brown and you don't burn it, so a white bottom is preferred. I have some sugar right here in this container, some lemon juice. You can use a container like this, or you can use fresh ones. I think you can use limes as well. And I have an old Lush container that I'm going to be putting the sugar wax in once I'm done. Some jojoba oil to keep it from sticking from that container. And oh yeah, I have a thermometer right here so we can make sure that we don't undercook or overcook the wax. Okay, so we have everything. It's getting kind of dark right here. Oh, it's getting brighter again. So we have everything. Let's get started. I'm also going to be pulling up her videos on my phone because I am terrified of messing it up. So let's just do this. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you guys through the steps of making the sugar wax. So you're going to take 2 cups of sugar. It can be white sugar, brown sugar, turbinado, whatever you prefer, I believe works. So I'm just taking 2 scoops or 2 cups of this and putting it into the pot. Next up, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Again, you can use lime if you'd like to, or fresh lemons or fresh limes. And then I'm also adding a 1/4 cup of water, and I'm mixing that whole thing together, just really making sure that the sugar is in there and mixed. And I'm turning on the stove to medium-high heat. Now what you're going to want to do is make sure that it starts to boil, and once it starts to boil, I'm going to go ahead and add my thermometer in there, and we're going to want to get it to around 260 degrees. Now in hindsight, I think I may have overboiled this, but you want it to be at a hardball stage. Once that's done, I take it off the stove, and you'll see that it's kind of like a golden brown color. And I'm just going to go ahead and prep my container. I'm putting a little dollop of jojoba oil and just putting that in the container, making sure to evenly coat it. And I'm going to coat my hands with some water. Make sure that you do this because the wax can be very, very hot. You'll see later that I did end up burning myself just a little bit, but anyways. We're taking the wax and just molding it, making sure to get it as opaque as possible. And again, in hindsight, I could have done this a little more, but I'll talk about that more in the video. And I'm slowly adding a little bit more of the wax into my hands and then kneading it the same way. And the reason I'm doing a little at a time is that it's just easier to work with, especially because it's so hot. Making sure to coat my hands with water every once in a while whenever it's starting to get a little too sticky to handle. I'd say I kneaded the wax for maybe 5 minutes or so, just going back and forth like this. And then once I was done, I went ahead and made it into a ball and then added it to the container, and it was ready to use. Okay, so We've made this sugar wax. It is right here. It was not difficult, I'm gonna be honest. I've never waxed my legs or my arms before. I just want you guys to keep that in mind. I was just super intrigued by this method and using sugar wax. I did kind of burn my finger, so be careful when you're actually molding it and kneading it. I'm gonna try and show you guys some close-ups of my arms and my legs to show you the hair that has grown. My leg hairs are more fine than my arm hairs because I do shave my leg hairs. I don't particularly love shaving. I don't know anyone that does. So I'm hoping that this wax alternative is going to replace the shaving portion of life. I have baby powder here to get rid of the moisture on my skin. I didn't put any lotion or anything on prior to this. I have some wax sticks in case the wax starts to get too soft to handle with my hands. I have some wax strips right here. These are muslin wax strips, and I'll use this if it just gets too soft. Your body temperature can make the wax really soft, so it makes it difficult to just flick off with your hands. So I have that. I have some aloe for afterwards, and I have some coconut oil to put on my skin whenever I am done. Oh, and I have a bowl of water right here in case it just gets too hot or I just want to get rid of it in case any terrible things happen to me. Let's get started. I guess we'll start down here and then work our way up. So I have my sugar wax here. It's coming off pretty easily because of the oil that I used, which is awesome. So I'm gonna split this in half, or just take like a piece of it. So I'm taking this much for now, and it's still pretty warm. It's only been a couple of minutes since I used it, or I made it. I'm putting baby powder. Get rid of the moisture. Ooh, I look so ashy. So I'm gonna take this, and my hair grows down, so I'm gonna take it up. And the technique is to apply it the opposite way. I know usually it's the way that your hair grows and then you flick it the opposite, but with this technique, she says to do it the opposite way of hair growth. And then mine's kind of rolling. I think that means it's in the direction the hair grows. Ow. Okay, I see some hairs on there. I know that you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but I do still see some hairs on my skin. So I'm going to go ahead, apply a lot of pressure, and then, ow. Yeah, there's definitely some hair on that, but it's not working as well as I want it to. Mine's rolling. I forget what that means. I think it might be one, because it's either overcooked or I didn't like mold it enough. So I'm gonna take it and try to mold it again because ain't nobody got time to make another batch, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do it right here. Excuse my toes. Oh yeah, that looks better. I'm gonna mold it, and I'm pushing down pretty firmly to get that stuck on my skin. Okay, so I have it really on there, and then I'm just gonna flick my wrist. Maybe if I can get a good grip. I got some good hairs, y'all. And you can keep using the same strip. So I'm gonna go ahead and knead this again. Really pushing down, because you really wanna get this on the hairs. Like you want it to be stuck onto the hair rather than just laying on the skin. Yes, that was good. Can you see the hair? If you're wondering why it's turning more white, it's because this also exfoliates your skin, so it's getting rid of that baby powder and dead skin. So I'm just taking my stick and getting another chunk of this. It's looking really opaque, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. All right, I'm gonna put more baby powder and work my way up. Oh, see, it's coming up. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that for next time. Ooh, baby, I'm sweating. I did one arm, and this one I have not touched yet just because I wanted to show you guys a comparison. So these are the arms right next to each other. This is the one that I did wax. You can see it's very shiny. It's a little bit red right now because obviously of the pulling of the hairs. I got like 2 little bumps right here. I don't know if the wax might have irritated my skin. We'll see. I mean, I don't have super sensitive skin. My arm feels very hot for one, but that's to be expected. Now, there definitely is a technique to this for sure. I think my favorite way that I tried today is using a stick and warming the wax up for 10 seconds in the microwave and then applying it to the skin. Of course, it is going to be a little warmer, so just be careful. Do not burn yourself, and just spreading it on and then flicking it off with the tongue depressor. I really like that. It's cleaner, and I feel like it pulled more hairs. Like I was able to get more surface area with the popsicle stick versus my fingers. And also my fingers started to get a little tired while I was doing my legs. So I definitely think that warming the wax and using the stick is the way to go, especially with a bigger area of skin. I wasn't able to get everything off of my legs. I was just using the method where you spread it with your fingers and then you pull. And I didn't warm the wax up, I just kneaded it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and warm it and then do the rest of my legs. There are some hairs that are still there, but like I said, I don't think it's because it doesn't work. I think it's just that there's a technique to it. I've never waxed before. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I typically opt to shave. But I do like this, and I think once I get the technique down, I'll be able to do it a lot faster, and my skin just feels really, really soft. I can't stop touching my arm. But one thing that you can do while you're waxing is after you pull the wax, just put some pressure, some pretty firm pressure with your hand, and that'll help with the pain or the stinging. I don't think it hurts that badly. It just feels like pulling a band-aid off, honestly. Really easy ingredients that everyone has already. It's just sugar and lemon. It makes a lot. Like I still have some in this container. I'm gonna use it for the rest of this arm and cleaning up my legs, but I don't think I'm gonna have to make any more. If you guys have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments down below. But I really highly recommend, if you're interested in doing this, then go to A Between E's channel. She is amazing. I will link her down below, and she has a whole playlist of sugar waxing, and it's so incredibly helpful. She's done strip wax. She talks about the different waxes that you can create. She talks about technique and troubleshooting. It's a one-stop shop over there. I hope you guys enjoy a little change of scenery and a little bit of a different idea. I really like doing DIYs. I think they're really, really fun, especially when it comes to beauty and making things way more inexpensive. If you did like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one or not. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!